Hello, friends. Hope you are doing great. In today's lesson, we are going to have some conversation between two friends about the standard of living nowadays. The caption is Up Goes the Standard of Living. So let's get started. Monty, good morning, Jim. Jim, good morning. Monty, have you seen today's newspaper? More than half the paper is full of advertisement. There isn't much news. Monty, that shows the big change that has come about in the lifestyle of people. Jim, people always complain about the rising cost of living but don't pause to think how the standard of living also has gone up. Monty, what was life like 30 or 40 years ago, and what is life like now? Jim, those days, the gadgetry at home consisted of a grinding stone, mortar, and pestle. Nowadays, do we ever use them? Monty, every household has a mixer, grinder, juicer, washing machine, vacuum cleaner, microwave oven, pressure cooker, and what have you. Jim, what about pop-up toasters, emission, heaters, geysers, and the like? To add to all these, soda siphon is also becoming very popular. Monty, so much so that work in the kitchen is easier and at the same time can be done faster than before. That shows how much the standard has gone up in the culinary department. Jim, what about the living room and the bedrooms? Is there any house without a TV, video, music system, 2-in-1, etc.? Monty, fans are quite common. Don't the rich have the rooms even air-conditioned? During our childhood days, we didn't even know what a TV was. We live in better houses, wear better clothes, and eat richer food, don't we? Jim, and we have more ways of entertaining ourselves at home and outside. Well, what do all these indicate? Hasn't life become more comfortable and worth living? Monty, that's not all. Everybody who can afford has a car or a bike, scooter, or a moped. Jim, some of my friends use a car when the family goes out, and they use a two-wheeler when they go out alone. Monty, besides, there are umpteen number of buses, taxis, and auto rickshaws to transport people to every nook and corner of the country. Jim, how could you forget the airlines and railways? Monty, are all these small achievements? Aren't most of these developments within the reach of ordinary people? Jim, yes, they are. Can you compare the changes that have come about within the last few centuries with those that have come about in the last few decades? Monty, then only we will realize that there has been a revolution in the lifestyle of people. I still remember my school days. The roads were all macadamized. Every time a car went, the road was covered in a cloud of dust, and by the time the dust settled, another vehicle would come that way. Luckily, there were only very few cars and buses on the road in those days. One would be totally covered with dust and would walk all the time holding one's nose not to breathe in dust. After the rains, the roads would be full of stones. Footwear was not popular at that time, and your great toes always got chipped with the stones. There were no street lights. The kerosene lamps that lightened the streets were few and far between. Jim, but now look at the road. They are wide with pavements on either side. They are well lighted with sodium vapor lights. They are dust-free, though accident-prone. Shouldn't we derive some satisfaction from the fact that our standard of living has also gone up considerably? Monty, hasn't mechanization and computerization in other fields taken away all the drudgery and monotony of work? Can we afford to ignore these achievements? Jim, it is all right for people like you and me to be proud of such things, but the fact is millions of people are still below the poverty line, and to them these achievements are meaningless as long as they are beyond their reach. Monty, you're exactly right. All our achievements are outstripped by all kinds of problems that beset us that we don't pause to think of them. Jim, whatever it is, I wish people would give the devil his due while complaining about the high cost of living. Aren't they related to each other? Monty, yes. Demand and supply decide the cost of living. Let us hope people will also learn to see the brighter side of life. By the way, where shall I drop you, Jim? Jim, you can drop me around the corner there. Monty, okay, here you are. See you at the club in the evening. Jim, thank you. Monty, you're welcome. Bye.